You are here on purpose with a purpose by design.
Hello and welcome back to the Pamela Show. I am Dr. Pamela and I'm so excited that we are live from the Beacon Center. Woo! In Viva, Las Vegas, baby. At Las Vegas. And I am getting my Holidazzle on with these amazing ladies here. And I'm so excited to share this panel with you and to hear what's happening in your world. You know, we all have a world that we're reaching. And if we're all busy reaching our world, the world's going to change and it's going to get better and lives are going to be saved and changed and people are going to get on their purpose by design. And so that's what you're all doing here. And I am excited to hear from each one of you. Thank you for being here. And Dr. Lisa, Dr. Lisa, oh my goodness, you have earned that. You have a story beyond stories. You, in my book, have been Dr. Lisa for a very long time. Because to me, that is something we earn. No matter where or how that degree is graced upon our lives, you earn that, honey. You earned that. And you're transforming lives. And I have had the joy of being in your orbit and watching you shine. But I've also been so blessed by your encouragement in my life. And you just always recognize things. There have been times when I've had to step in when John Talarico has not been able to be at a Tuesday TIR, whether it was planned or not planned, or all of a sudden his internet goes out because he's in the airport and I got to jump in as his helper and take care of it. And you know, this woman, I'm saying goodbye to everybody. Thanks for being here. It's been a wonderful session. And up you jump to say, to tell me something good about what I did. And I'm like, girl, that's just you. Yeah, well, you know what? Thank you. But you are a cut above. You are a cut above, and that's why these doors just keep opening for you, because you take that cut above with you. And like you just said to me, you are worthy to me. And I'm sitting there going, but you know what? You are worthy. You are so worthy of this because you see the worthiness in others. So Dr. Lisa, will you tell us a little bit about you, what you are doing right now, and how people can get involved or get in touch with you?
Thank you so much, Dr. Pamela. Those of you, you're about to make me cry. And I'm not going to cry easily, but it's just sometimes when you sit here and hear words of value spoken to you, and so genuinely, you're so used to doing it, but when to receive it, it does, take some getting used to. So I'm trying to get used to that. So bear with me, everyone, on that. Thank you for allowing me this opportunity. One of the things that I love doing is sharing my story of how God really brought me through health crisis after health crisis. And I told the devil, you can just stop. You see, you're not winning in that. So just leave me alone when it comes to healing and wholeness, because that's what I truly believe in. But knowing too that what I want everyone to notice is when I go through a health crisis, I go through it and grow through it. I love that because that's what I learned this weekend. Yes, I wrote that down in my notes. So that you going through it, and I'm not minimizing anything that anyone is going through at all, but I want you to look at the other side of it and not wait to keep going through it. But I want you to see yourself already on the other side. I want you to see yourself already healed. I want you to see yourself already victorious. I want you to see yourself get mad enough at the enemy to say, you thought you won, but you outplayed your hands again. I'm already on the other side of this. Yes, I'm getting ready to have tests. Yes, I'm getting ready to have surgery. And yes, I may have to take some medication for a minute. But in my heart, in my mind, and all the things that I'm doing, I'm already on the other side of it. So that's one of the main messages that I love to send to people. Another thing is, with my company, Eye Care Leadership, I was just so passionate about training aspiring leaders to have a seat at the table. When I first had that opportunity, no one was at the table that looked like me. There was no one at the table that looked like me. I was the only female, I was the only African American. And so you can imagine what the table looked like.
Yes.
When I got to the table, I realized that all my life I have been carrying the voices of other people.
Wow.
I'm the second eldest of 7 children born to a single parent household. My mother was dynamic and wonderful children. And I was always carrying their voices to my mother, because, I just thought there were certain things my mother didn't have to worry about. Let me take that on, and then you go ahead and continue to work and do everything you have to do. So I would do that. I would then take the voices of the children in the neighborhood to their parents. And it was so funny because at the age of 10 years old, I was then elected as the president of the NAACP youth chapter because I was so busy carrying the voices. I had a leader at that time who allowed me to go with him to city council meetings. And he gave me the book, Robert's Rule to Parliamentary Procedure. Said, read it, girl, you're smart, you know how to read. I read it and I understood the order of business at the table. So I held that position for 3 years until I gave it up. But I did get the swings fixed. I did get the merry-go-round painted, and we got the parks cleaned up. And this started at the age of 10. I realized the more I kept doing things, the more I realized I was showing others how to carry their voices, but yet I continue to open up opportunities for others. And that's when I realized the power of the table. I said then, the power of this table allows me to bring the voices of those who are not at this table to the table, but it also allowed me to take the senior leadership voices to the people. And I said, but in order for me to get people at this table, I'm thankful that I'm now in the position where I can now develop and train other people to sit at the table. I am so proud to say that over all these years, I have leaders that are all around the world, literally in positions of leadership, and they are also sitting around the table with me. The table is totally diversified. So I'm very thankful for what I set out to do. It happened. So what we do with iCare Leadership, we assist aspiring leaders. Excuse me. I guess I needed that water in the first place, right? So we assist aspiring leaders to maximize their leadership influence, to care, C-A-R-E, cultivate authentic relationships to empower. And we also walk a lot alongside of a leader in their self-care success journey. And success is an acronym, okay? So I love doing that because self-care for leaders is not selfish, thank you. It is necessary. And I want leaders to know that it's not enough for you to care about those in your care, but you must also care for yourself and transform. I teach leaders how to bring the full employment and human experience to the job. So I teach leaders also how to transform and humanize the employment experience, head, hands, and heart. We hire people for their head knowledge. We hire them for the labor, but are we attempting to touch the heart? We come to work in all of our roles as mom, as dad, as nana, as papa, as uncle, as auntie. However, how many employers are recognizing the whole person? Well, I'm on a mission to make sure that everyone who is in a position of leadership, that you transform and humanize the employment experience, head, hands, and heart. That's iCare Leadership.
Oh, yeah. Lisa. Thank you for sharing that. And that's why you are so wired to see the worthiness in everyone. Yeah, no, that's what you do. And you also spoke, where did you, at the U of N?
Yeah, United Nations.
Tell us.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. So Libby, the way God has been working with me, I said open doors, and he's doing it. And I had no idea, but I received an inbox message from someone that I know very well and value who works with leaders all around the world. And she asked me if I would be a panelist for the Women's Conference for the United Nations last March for Women's History Month. If it wasn't her, I would have thought it was a hoax or someone, spooking me or what have you, or what do they do, the bots or what have you. But because I knew who this person was, I then contacted her and then I said, you want me to be on the panel with the United Nations? Who else is going to be on this panel? She said, well, there are a few presidents of other countries that are going to be on, so there are a few presidents of other nations in Africa and, the continent of Africa. And she said, there'll be some leaders from around the United States too. She said, and then you're going to be there. You're going to speak about humanizing this leadership experience because it's needed. Little did I realize how much so around the country and around the world, and how employers are not doing it, not just here in the United States, but everywhere. So it was well received, and I was so honored that there I was, and I only had a day and a half to prepare.
Wow.
So here's the thing, always be prepared, because you never know when you're going to be called upon. She called me on a Thursday. She said, you need to be ready Saturday morning.
Oh, my God.
But she knew me well enough to know I was not going to freak out and that I was going to be ready. She said there were several other people she could have called. She said, but I chose you because I knew in this short notice, you would be ready and you would say yes. And I delivered. Yes, I delivered.
Oh, yeah, well, I remember that. I was thinking so much about you at that time and praying for you and excited for you, because what an opportunity. But where one of us goes, all of us go, right? And so thank you for stepping in and doing that and opening the door. That's beautiful. And you all want to rub elbows with her now. Get up there. So speaking about not having much time to prepare, Jasbeen. Oh my gosh. Jasbeen, oh my dear sweet Jasbeen, I just love you so much. You, we call each other Mama Sue, and I call you Jazzy Sue, and that's for a whole other conversation that we'll get into another time. But it has been so fun to watch you find your niche, watch you really grow into it, and you've stayed the course. And you're an author, you're an artist, and you have owned it. You have owned it. And here you are. And here you are, even today, stepping up with your journals and going to share with us your art. And I will say this also, that your art is in the hands of Mr. Les Brown. And he loves the squirrel.
Of course.
But of course. And so tell us, yes, Tyrone, tell us a little bit about you and what you're doing.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you very much for allowing me to be in the presence of these wonderful leaders, and I aspire to be just like you all and do good things and speak in the United Nations. I definitely want to make an impact around the world. And one thing that I've learned is self-care is so important. And still growing in that, in self-care, but I've come leaps and bounds from where I was. I mean, just like Mr. Les Brown says, you need, binoculars to see where you've been, or Mr. Bob Proctor too, from where you were and where you are now, just the distance I've traveled in my journey. And so when we're talking about acronyms, I have one too. The times that I felt that or doubted myself, I thought, well, what kind of image, what does that look like, that inspiration that would pick me up and hold me up, or what does that look like? And obviously God, God is number one in my life, and the image, the sense, the glow that would emit towards me would be would make me feel like I'm beautiful. And so bask is what I'm going to share with you is to bask in the light of the sun. So be for, feeling beautiful, like you are beautiful, and then I for awe-inspiring. I want to be awe-inspiring and model the same for others, and have others to feel like they can be awe-inspiring. S for strong, for strength, and K for kindness. So if I can model, feeling beautiful inside and out, feel like I am Jasbeen is awe-inspiring, and people are drawn to me to get that inspiration. They feel empowered and they're lifting higher than me. That's great, and I want to see that. And then strength, in the times that you can doubt yourself, don't, just like, our teachings have shared with us, just let those clouds drift away, because you're bigger than that, you're stronger than that, and kind. Despite whatever comes your way, just being kind to others, and that, that in itself will come around tenfold, So I've just basked with God, and I've just blossomed. So I'm venturing into writing. I've been I had a wonderful opportunity to be on 2 anthologies with some of my peers here, and we got best-selling author and international bestseller author status, so that was a wonderful experience. So one was The Woman of Power Voice, the other was Ignited to Serve. And both I shared my journey of self-discovery as well as imparting some wisdom that I've learned throughout the process. And so then now I'm going into children's books, and I've created puppets because my vision was that, hey, I want an interactive experience. I just like growing up, I was wowed by, Disneyland, the characters, cartoons, and the Muppets, I want to be a tangible experience for the kids. And so I created puppets so that not only they could see the puppets maybe through pictures or illustrations or cartoons in the books, but then also I could do YouTube videos like, I read that book, he's there, he's in a YouTube video, and I want kids to get excited, and to dream again, dream big, it's possible. And so that is my vision. So I've created some puppets and I put it on Facebook. I kind of put it out there in the universe that they'll be debuting in December, so stay tuned for more. But this journey of writing and all that was, a year and a half in the making, because before that I had a long career in public service, working for the state government as a call center manager. And so in the corporate world, in the data job and putting manager hats and at home, the mom hat and the wife hat and the daughter hat and the sister hat, I didn't have time for my creativity or my passions. Well, actually, nobody gave me permission. I learned through self-discovery and self-care that I had to give myself permission. And so that's when, just a year and a half, I've done so much, the 2 anthologies, and once I decided hey, it's time for me, 2 anthologies, and I made an array of journal books. So in my wanting to learn how to do self-publishing, I thought, okay, well, the easy way to, to do something that's not gonna, take a lot of learning, workshops to be able to, get down and publish a children's book. What's the first step? The first step was making something simple like a journal book. So I found that these have been well appreciated by people for, they can write down their affirmations, they can write down their daily gratitude with God, they're grateful today for this, and then at each page is the date. Area to do that, and I did a whole bunch of pictures, and these are all flowers from my garden, and then some of the flowers that within the house, still flowers as well. So these are just pictures, and then I just made them into illustration. This one I actually took some time and had a squirrel floating in the galaxy on a star, a skateboard made from stars, and then on its way towards goals. And I actually shared a picture with everyone so you can take that with you. But yeah, so I've just been on this journey, Mama Sue, self-discovery and learning what my next is in terms of writing and becoming the Jasbeen that everybody can glean on, and in terms of being able to bask themselves. I want them to be able to get that. So that's me.
Thank you. I just love the way she radiates. She's so genuine with what she's saying, and you could feel your passion. Yeah. You just feel it. It's like, okay, yes, whatever it is, I want to say that. So, and as much as I love to write, I definitely want a journal. I just have to say that.
Absolutely. Jasbeen, thank you so much. International best-selling author, and your journals are wonderful. Yes. And for those of you in attendance here at the Beacon Center, Miss Jasbeen's going to be giving some of those away. Yes. All right. Well, let's continue on with the Dr. Phonologist in the house. Kathy, I'm so glad that you're here, and we have such a beautiful history together, and so many things that we have that are absolutely similar. And it's a joy to have you here and to have you come on this panel and share
a little bit about you, because you're so awesome. And what's on your heart? What is Kathy up to? What is she doing as a coach, as a leader, as a speaker who speaks, right? What is she doing, and how can we get involved with you?
Thank you. The best thing that we have in common is Pamela knew Prince, and I love Prince. So, awesome. So my name is Kathy White. I'm a leadership coach and an author. Yes, and a speaker. I'm getting out on more stages.
Yes, you are.
The one thing that you don't know about me is I have been actually asked to be the chair for the Women in Business for our local Chamber of Commerce. So that is where I've been spending a lot of my time, is at the Chamber of Commerce, which I'm so grateful for, because I do understand that there's a shift with women going to be in leadership positions within corporations, within business. And right now they've been taught they're trying to be male, to have the male traits of leadership. And that's not what they need. We all have compassion. We all need to bring the traits that we are as females to the table.
That's right.
And so that's my goal. I'm bringing compassion to corporations. I've done a lot of different trainings with corporations, and I'm just loving being there and being their beacon of light, basically. And so that is what I've been up to. I'm a phonologist, like Pamela said. I 100% believe adults forget to have fun. And when you are creative and when you are childlike, then, God, whatever you want to believe, God, the universe, it just flows. It just flows. And so I love to have fun. I named my company, I own a virtual reality company. I named my company Waffles. And the acronym for that stands for Work and Fun, Foster Leadership, Engagement, and Success. And Waffles is a team building platform where you can go into VR and you can actually have a team building game with people else not in your vicinity. So it's been a lot of fun. And so that is what I've been up to. And I'm so grateful to be here. I am going to be speaking at lunch and the reason I'm here is about self-care. And there's some things behind that. And that's why I'm here. And I want to say, I am so proud of Jasbeen for doing this. She has had this on her heart for a long time. And to see it in fruition, I'm just so proud of you.
Sounds like I have to get to know her.
That's right. That's right. I was thinking there's some collaboration, Dr. Nora. Here we go. Yes. Thank you, Kathy, so much. And yeah, everybody, you'll get to hear Kathy in just a little while. She's got something special to bring to us at lunch. Sonia, woo! This woman is a go-getter. She does not stop. Sometimes I don't even know if she sleeps, but she is amazing. Now, Sonia shared with us yesterday that because she also is a businesswoman and has her own business of event planning, she was planning events up until the time that she had to get on the plane to come to Vegas. And you literally were working up until the time that you left because you were committed to the project, and then came here with what you had with you. And then what you didn't have with you, you were just like, yeah, I'll go buy it. So you went out and took yourself out on a little shopping spree and got the extra things that you needed. You have shown up at everything that we've been doing. You even went and rode around on the monorail with me until 1 o'clock in the morning. And here you are. So, you are a businesswoman extraordinaire. So you bring a whole other element of commitment to the table, as well as you're a phenomenal speaker and a fantastic mom. Her kids were messaging her and her family at midnight, our time, Pacific time. So you're on Eastern time at home. And they are communicating with their mom at that hour. And I'm like, that says a lot. And then your daughter finds out that you're at MGM casino and sends her $100. It was so funny. We laughed so hard. It was great. Although I will, just make full transparency, she didn't go and blow it at the casino. But to me, it just spoke so deeply about the type of person that you are, that your children are responding to you at that time and then sending the money. Here, mom, go have fun. Isn't that what it should be? Mom, we celebrate you and go have fun. And so, Sonia, we're celebrating you today. Tell us a little about you and anything else that you want to share.
Play hot potato. Hot potato. Hot potato.
Thank you. I am Sonia Merritt, wedding and event planner. I am from New York City. Saturday, when Pamela sent me this invite to come here, I said, I'm not sure, I'm doing an event. And then I had another meeting and I said, I can't do your event because I have to go with my friends down to Las Vegas. It was like, well, we can't do the event without you. I said, okay, well, I'll figure it out. So of course I figured it out. So I planned the event for Saturday. I had my reservation booked for the first to come here on the first. So I had to go. Good thing I didn't buy my ticket yet. I had to go and change the hotel back to the third. And I said, okay. So Friday night, I had to go with the hall, help them set the hall up, organize everything, make sure everything in place, set the program, organize everybody this way, you do blah, 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 blah. Everybody said, okay. I got up I got home at 11:30. I had to put a turkey in the oven because I had to help with the cooking. So I seasoned the turkey, it wasn't bright or anything. Seasoned the turkey, put it in the oven, put it in the oven at 2 o'clock, went to sleep, cracked the window, went to sleep, and something woke me up at 3 o'clock and said the turkey in the oven. So I came out and the turkey was very brown. I covered it up, turned the oven down, and went back to sleep for 1 hour. Got back up at 5, finished the turkey, got up, went to the hall at 7 o'clock, set up the hall, make sure everything was organized, give them a list of all the activities they had to do. It was like, oh, we can't leave. I have to leave. I have to catch a plane at 10 o'clock. So I left and went home, get ready. I went to the airport, but everything turned out. I sent a couple of pictures. Everything turned out. Everything turned out. So, so that was my day. I didn't sleep at all. Couldn't sleep on the plane. Was bad plane ride. I didn't sleep on the plane, so I came in with it. I came home, came to the hotel, took a 1-minute shower. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. And went to bed. I went to bed. So so that was my event. So I want to this thing. Now I am in two of the anthologies. Ignite to Serve is the second one. The first one is Women of Power Voice with these fantastic ladies. I'm so happy to be in those two anthologies. Which we talked about the Women of the Power Voice. So the Women of the Power Voice, in that one, I spoke about being a kid growing up, with my grandmother, being the first of 12 children, number one. And as Lisa said, she was the leader in her family. That's what I was, and I still am. My mother called this one at 6 o'clock. I'm just letting you know I have to go to the doctor, so you know where I am. I was like, I'm in Las Vegas, call another one.
I love it.
She said, oh, I'm sorry, I forget where you were. So, everybody calls me every time. If there's anything happening in the family, did anybody call Sonia? And so Sonia has to get the call, and Sonia has to figure it out. And that's what you do as the leader in the family. And that's my role, and I have to accept it, even though I get upset and say, can somebody else please do it? I said, no, that's what you were born for. That's your role. And all my friends, they're all calling me for everything else. And about self-care. So self-care, Friday now, I have to go to get my nails done. And I'm sitting around and I was like, but I can't go get my nails done because I don't have the time. And then my sister called and she said, yes, you are. You're going to stop everything you're doing and you're going to take care of yourself because you always tell me about self-care. So you stop everything, go get your nails done, go get your clothes packed, which I did, and do everything. Which I didn't. So I grabbed a suitcase with clothes I had from the summer vacation. Bought it and got it. There was nothing in it that I could wear except things. So I had to go out and grab some clothes from Walmart yesterday, which was pretty cute, right? Right. So, so I'm here for everything. I'm here for everybody, and I'm excited to be here with all you ladies, and it was great. And I'm happy to meet everybody in person. That was like the most amazing thing. My kids said, go, you have to go. You have to go because you're always talking about all these ladies. So I have to go. And my daughter, she said, don't forget to tell Deidre hello, because I love Deidre. She never met me, but she spoke to Deidre once. So, so I'm happy that I'm here. I went through a bit to be here, which I will talk about a little later at some point. But I'm here, and I'm excited to be here with all you ladies. Thank you.
I'm awe-inspired. Thank you so much for sharing.
And I'm going to buy the top she had on yesterday.
It was a great one, wasn't it? All right, thank you ladies for being on the panel, live at the Beacon Center. Woo! It's been such a treasure and a treat. Thank you so much. And thank you everybody for being with us today on this amazing episode. Remember, you are here on purpose, with a purpose, by design, not by default. So go on out there and keep being the salt and the light everywhere you go. See you next time. Bye.
This woman is definitely a woman on purpose. She is a host, come on, TV as well as radio, an elite coach, none other than Dr. Pamela Hinkle, as she come on the stage. Hey, Dr. Hinkle, my friend, let's go, because I know you got some nuggets for us.
I am so fired up to be with all of you here today. I am Dr. Pamela Hinkle, and I speak, teach, coach, and write success. I am excited to share with you some strategies surrounding your purpose. You are here on purpose with a purpose, by design, not by default.
So excited to be here. It's a plum-pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege.
Yes, and back at you, sir. And to all of us that get to be with you today, thank you for being on the Pamela Show. Hey, John!
Hello, Pamela. Great to be here. Super excited. How are you doing?
Oh, it is so exciting. Well, everybody, this is John Tallarico.
I've had the opportunity to work with Pamela on a couple of different occasions. I can tell you she's an excellent podcaster, doing the interviews and bringing thought-provoking questions, not only to the listeners, but to the person being interviewed themselves.
Hey guys, Benzo Pudicher. I just wanted to do a quick video here for my friend Pamela. You know, Pamela's a great mentor, friend, and colleague, and she is somebody that is great at what she does. And if you ask why, it's the way she thinks. You see, she has a thought process of how she asks questions to get answers and to get the real truth from within you. When I had and worked with Pamela, that was one of the things that I noticed about her. She was very strategic on questions she asked because she already knew what she was looking for. And when I worked with her, she was able to excel me from within, because those questions obviously come with answers. And with her specific way of how she does things, how she communicates with people, the questions she asks, The scope that she can give you and make you think is what's going to make you grow and build your awareness from within. And that's very important. If you have a business, if you have a goal, or if you have an idea, you want somebody that's going to help you develop you, not just some cookie cutter approach. She is definitely somebody I recommend you work with, and she is definitely somebody that's going to show you how to get the results that you actually want. And it all starts in the mind, and this is something that she's excellent in. If you have an opportunity and you have a chance to work with Pamela, definitely sign up because you don't want to miss it. She's going to take you to a whole new level.
See, we have to fight for our dreams. We have to be willing to fight. We have to be willing to stick it out. We have to be willing to pay the price for it. Your purpose by design, your calling, if that's what you want to call it, the reason you're here on planet Earth is not just about you. Hear me. It's time to arise. Arise and fight for your dreams. When does an athlete win? Does the athlete win when they're holding the title or the trophy? Is that when they won? Some people might say yes. I'm telling you it's not. They won every time they showed up to train. When you came to planet Earth, you came finished. You came complete. Perfect product. If we agree that there's nothing that could be worth more than life, a human life, then why would we think that we are here on accident? Come on. Why would we think that we do not come as a finished product? Because we